Good day, blessings and greetings, my angels. Thank you for joining me, Tigra, here at Sacred Sagittarius. Angels answers all. Your long-standing original Sagittarius only created channel here on YouTube, bringing you energetic messages for the Sagittarius community, which I am so humbly gracious and so proud to be part of. As we continue, because like I said, today we're going to be trying to wrap up the first half of your energetic readings for our sign. We're going to be tapping into the energies and messages for self-care and self-love. Two things that are so vitally important, Sagittarius, because no matter what reading you read or what you do in life, unless you yourself, Sagittarius, as a human being, as a child of God, of the essence of the being of who you are, unless you are good and that you come from a strong foundation, you're of no help to others. You can't be that glowing source of light. You can't feel and live with the fiery passion in your soul that is so divine upon your great purpose. So it's really great to tap into love and career and finances and everything else, but we also need to take time for self. So I would definitely suggest when you view the self-care and self-love readings, do it maybe right after or before you sit down and do your morning prayer, or if you do your meditations, just to kind of cement and clarify and unify your thought process and your determination to love self first, to care for yourself in all aspects of your life, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, making sure that you are good. We do mental checks on everyone else. When is the first and last time you did a mental check on yourself? Ask yourself the questions that you ask other people. Are you okay? Is there something troubling you? Is there anything on your mind? Just being honest with yourself and tapping into your inner voice and having those conversations, or maybe opening up those closet doors that you don't want to open, and dealing with past trauma or present tense situations is vital. You want to have a stable sense of purpose. You want to be grounded in your truth. You want to live your life with intention, but most of all, you want to be able to be happy, not only to give joy all the time, but to receive it as well. You want to be fully rounded. You're here to experience and live life, learn lessons, but also to love and to feel and to share and to embrace. And as you experience love and life is lifing as it will, there's going to be those moments and times when our energy is drained, where our vibration might be a little bit off. And we need to raise it back up again. So with good meditation, taking time to reflect, dealing with your issues head on and not trying to run away from them, getting the professional help when needed, definitely tapping into your spiritual world of health through your angels, through your intuition, through the messages that you get from your spiritual community. And I'm not saying that all of those messages are going to be correct. That is for you as a child of God, for you to seek clarification and to seek the truth within you, what it is that you need, what you need to gravitate to, what you should bring in your energy, and what you should release. But with self-healing and self-caring, it is talking about taking in the good energy that you need, purifying that energy, and then also releasing that no longer works for you, or that what is not needed in your life that might be in a negative way affecting your life. Once you start taking care of you, you're going to have the ability and you're going to see where you can help others. And you're going to have enough strength to do both, because you're going to achieve balance. But it all starts with you, Sagittarius. You can't be that mom, that grandma, that umbrella, that nonna. You can't be any of those things. You can't be that Queen of Pentacles. You can't be the Empress. You can't be the High Priestess until you do the self-care and self-love and self-healing. So I pray as we come together with this reading, and it will be a regular reading, that you will embrace it, you will love, you will comment, you will share it, but you will use it and then add your own energies to it to help you go forth and really take care of yourself and keep yourself being taken care of, not just on a one-off basis, but on a continuous basis. Whether you schedule time on a regular basis for yourself, you have a self-care day or self-spa day, whether you do it by the day, you do it by the month, or you do it, by the hour, however you want to, fit it into your lifestyle and world, that's the joy of it. It's up to you. You can make it fit. There's no excuses why you can't take time for you, Sagittarius. So let's take a deep breath in. Slowly exhale out as we cleanse the space. We're going to do an opening prayer. Heavenly Father, angels, guides, goddesses, and mentors, all that protects us on this planet that we call Earth, all of the energies and protection from the spiritual realm. Help us as a Sagittarius, help us as a child of God to take care of ourselves as God would want us to take care of our body, our mind, our soul, our being, our thoughts, our actions. Help us to gain clarity. Help us to purge what doesn't work for us. Help us to learn the lessons and appreciate and enjoy the path and the time that we have here. Remind us and show us in your ways, whether it's through our dreams or through signs or even through spiritual readings such as this. Remind us when we need to take time to have self-love and to take care of our spirit, to take time away from the busy life and the busy job and everything else that takes away our time from self. To take time, again, no matter how we try or how much time we put to it, any time is better than no time. Bless us and provide us with that time. Give us the energy. Show us the signs where we need to improve, where we need the self-healing or the self-love. Continue to be a source of light and joy and inspiration to us. Bless and protect us, we pray. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. Okay, I wish you self-love and self-care, and may you always love yourself to the highest power next to God. Okay, as always, my cards are blessed and prayed for. We're going to be using more oracle decks than tarot decks in this particular reading, but I did want to first start out with the tarot, just to see what the messages are or where the energies are with many of us, and why maybe self-care and self-healing and self-love is so vitally important. With the Hermit, well, because as the Hermit suggests, you need time to be with self. You need time to reflect. It's not every day that we have to be, in the crowd, being at the height of attention or in the limelight. There are times that we need those quiet moments, whether we're forced to have them or we just feel that we need them because we need to be by ourselves. We're tired of the outer chatter and the confusion and all the madness of the world, and we just want to sit down in peace and in harmony and hear our inner voice. So there are those times, again, like I said, the universe will either sit us down or we will sit ourselves down. And we will know that we need this particular time of rest for clarity, or just to get our thoughts together, or just to raise our vibration. We're running around all the time. It takes energy. At some point, that energy has to be replenished. And with the Hermit mode, it reminds us that we deserve and that we need solitude. Again, there's those times we want to be with our family and friends and with everyone that we love. And there's those times where maybe we need to figure some shit out or some stuff out, right? in life, and we just need to be by ourselves. And many of us have that difficulty or challenge of letting other people know that I'm not necessarily available 24/7 for your needs. I need to allot some time for my life as well. So definitely, with the energy in the first card of this reading for self-care and self-love coming out as the Hermit, is a confirmation. The first step of one of many steps towards self-care and self-love is to be in solitude. During your time of solitude, you're tapping into your spiritual guides. You're going divinely within. Many of you will be soul searching, as you should. It's time for you to seek enlightenment, but also you learn more about yourself, about what you have learned, and also what you can teach from your learnings. The wisdom you have gained and how you apply it to your life and how you apply it to others. Because like I mentioned, many of us are so good at being the spiritualist, at being the reader, being the teacher, being the mother, being the lover. We're everything to everyone else, and we can give everyone else great love and support and nurturing and guidance. But we forget sometimes to give it to the person who needs it the most, us. The next message and energies we get is the Strength card. So as you take time to go within, heal, adapt, you get stronger. Taking those little breaks from life, taking those little mini weekend getaways or vacations now and again, taking a sick day, even if you're not sick, but you just want a day of peace because you're tired. It builds up your strength. We can't help people if we're weak, and we surely can't help ourselves from a weak position. So taking time to love yourself and to heal and to give yourself the caring that you need, whether it be physical caring from your cosmetics to your hair to your feet, or your spiritual, dealing with your soul, getting in some good verses, tapping in with your ancestors, tapping into all areas of your life that need attention and draw your energy so you can be stronger and replace the energy that you have used in those areas of your life as of late. So everything that we do to take care of ourselves in all realms makes us be stronger, gives us the strength so that we can be strong and be there for others. In your strength, it helps you go along your spiritual journey more forcefully and with a lot of fortitude. You being strong gives you the self-confidence that you can practice to go off your instinct, to learn patience, to be gentle, to show compassion. You being strong allows you to balance out those moments in life when things can be a little chaotic, or when you feel overwhelmed with life's challenges, when you're trying to help yourself and to help others. Strong for the unexpected moments in life. You need strength. Nothing gets done if you are not strong enough to do it. So taking that time to be alone in your solitude, you need your physical strength too, by working out or taking care of your nutrition, watching what you eat, making sure that your body is solid. Again, you're building up the layers and solidifying the layers of your foundation. It's like building a building, right? You start with the foundation, you add your bricks, you add your layers, you add the insulation. Everything that we do for ourselves and to ourselves is to build ourselves better, greater, stronger. The last energy from the tarot that we get is the Chariot. Well, once you've taken time to go within, you've separated yourself, you've taken those much needed breaks from reality or the world or the chaos of it all, even from the crazy chatters sometimes in our mind, because sometimes when we get so overwhelmed or we've absorbed so many other people's problems and energies and we're trying to put out so many other people's fires, right? We become overwhelmed, our energy is drained, we feel deprived, and sometimes it brings additional messages to our minds that take us off of focus of what is really important at hand and the things that we need to do. We get sidetracked. Things get delayed. Things get postponed. Or things don't get done at all that we truly need to get done. So with the energy of the Chariot, once you've done the solitude, the healing, the self-talk, the self-healing, you're taking adequate amount of time on a regular, consistent basis. Such a key component of that we do it regularly and consistently. Then you're building up your strength. You're working on your strength. You're getting stronger. You're getting your energy back, your mojo back. Everything is in line and in sync. Your chakras are intact. Then now, with the Chariot energy, you are now ready and able and strong enough and determined to make a move. And you can make things happen. This is where you make things manifest. This is where you have a sense of direction. Because when you're not taking care of yourself, you're not listening to your inner voice, you're not taking the mental and spiritual and physical breaks that you need in life, you lose your sense of direction. But when you work on all of that, you find your sense of direction and you're stronger and more determined to follow the path of your spiritual journey. With the Chariot energy, it's also confirming that you now feel like you have more control, where you might have lost control because you're overwhelmed and because you're doing so much for so many and not enough for yourself. You achieved, or you have achieved, harmony and balance in your life. It also allows you to be victorious, to have wins instead of losses in the situations of your life. You could be making moves at this point because you just want to travel and see the world. You might enjoy traveling because it gives you a peace of mind. You might enjoy traveling because it's part of our Sagittarius journey. Or because amongst your travels, that's the time where you find that sacred space, where you experience the world, you experience your spirituality, you take time for self. So we thank the energy of the Hermit, the Strength card, and the Chariot card for giving us some things to work on and showing us how applying these three energies can help us with our self-love and self-care. Now, let's see where we are, maybe emotionally, okay, with our feelings or energies this first half of July. Loving. So many of you are either in a loving relationship or you're involved in a lot of loving partnerships and friendships. Some of you are confused about some of your relationships, or you're just confused in what direction your relationships or friendships are going in, or just confusion in what direction of what it is that you're doing or where it is that you want to go in life, or where it is that you want to travel to. I think you will gain that clarity and clear that confusion if you took a break and sat down and thought things through. And don't rush it, and be patient with yourself. With the energy of grateful, many of you are grateful. You're grateful that you have the spiritual gifts and you live the life that you live. You're appreciative. You have a close relationship with God. You have an understanding of what your purpose is. And you take time. So there are those of you that do take time to be in conversation with God, to tap into your inner being, your intuition on a regular basis. But again, there's many of you that do not. At the bottom of the deck, we get bored. Some of you become bored because with Sagittarius, we like spontaneous energy. We like constant energy. We're a fire sign. We're passionate. And when things get dull or boring or stagnant and it doesn't grab our attention, or we don't see the excitement in it anymore, we don't put our energy towards it. We don't give it any interest. And for some of you, you might feel that it's boring to take care of yourself. You might feel like, where's the excitement in that? Or you feel like you don't have the time, that you want to spend the time doing all the other passionate things and helping everyone else with the knowledge and wisdom that you have. There are ways to take time to take care of yourself and show yourself love. You just got to be creative. Do the things that you like to do. Do them differently at different times of the year with different people or by yourself. Tap into your creative side with your talents, your artistic skills. Change up your friend groups, your prayer groups. You have to ask yourself the important questions when it comes to, why am I bored? Why am I bored with my life? Why do you, sometimes I might play this facade in front of others that I'm happy and everything's great and everyone thinks my world is wonderful because I'm so great in loving them and helping them. But inside, I am bored. I feel stagnated. I don't feel like I'm where I should be in life. I don't feel like I love myself or give myself enough attention. Go out and travel, see the world, read a book, ask for divine guidance through the angels to give you some ideas or to show you what is already within you to do. But you're just not taking the time to do it, or you're not tapping in. Again, it's great to be there for other people, but until you are there for yourself, nothing else really matters. With the message of only up from here, things can only get better, and again give you clarity and peace and understanding and room to grow when you take time to take care of yourself. Sometimes you do have to take a chance. Sometimes we hold ourselves back and we don't treat ourselves or give ourselves the things that we desire because either we feel we don't deserve it, or we've let other people talk us out of it and convince us that we don't deserve it. Or we feel it's not the right time, we don't have enough money, or we can make so many excuses. No, stop making the excuses. Sometimes you just have to take that leap of faith. Sometimes you have to be that fool and take a chance. For many of you, you're living in a fool's paradise, and the universe is saying, sometimes you could be a little delusional, Sagittarius, with your expectations of what it is that you desire. Sometimes you're not realistic with your dreams or what it is that you want to manifest. Or maybe you might make things seem larger than life than what they really are. So coming back down to reality, not having your head up in the clouds, and doing what you can do and what is within your realm and capabilities to do is okay. It doesn't make you a failure. You have to learn to know what you can do. Don't stretch your limitations. Live outside the box, but also do so with caution, knowing what you can do and what you can't do. As I was shuffling this deck, the solar plexus chakra came up. So many of you, for self-care, you need to focus on your solar plexus chakra this month. For many of you, victory and success will determine or be determined by how much you put time into yourself. The time you put into yourself will give you the victories that you need. That little bit of time that you give yourself each day, you don't really understand how much that is doing for you and how much that will do for your projects and all the other things that you want to manifest, the dreams that you want to see come true. And with the card of Triumph, and you see the horse there, you will charge forward. It's all about getting yourself in tune, tapping into your magical energies, knowing your worth, and taking care of what God has provided you with. You take care of your vehicles, right? You make sure your car has gas, you do the oil change, you rotate your tires. Well, we got to do the same thing with our bodies and our minds. We got to clear it from the clutter. We got to feed it with good energy and good knowledge, good nutrition, adequate weight, well groomed, well spoken. So it all plays into who we are. And all that self-care and self-love that we give to ourselves helps us to be the winners, helps us to get the victories that we seek in this life. As we're coming to a close, we get explore divination tools. That's card 33, the energy of 6. So I do feel that many of you, most of you for the most part, do use divination tools, and your experience with it is a regular part of your spiritual regime or spiritual practice. But let's dive further and gather more insight, maybe for those of you who do not. Divination tools such as oracle cards can complement your sixth sense, yet they aren't necessary to access the four main psychic pathways: hearing, seeing, knowing, and feeling guidance that already exists within you. Play with divination tools if you can or if you have an interest, or continue to grow and to learn how to use them if you're already currently using them to enhance or explore your intuition while remembering that you yourself, Sagittarius, as a human being, are also a divination tool. With the next energy and reminder to declutter your mind, home, or schedule, card 32, the energy of 5. So again, achieving that balance. Some of you really don't put that much energy into purging, into feng shui, or clearing your home, clearing your space, your office space, wherever it is that you are around people or you gather people around you. Organize and tidy your living or workspace, hopefully on an ongoing and regular basis. Take time to quiet your mind for light housekeeping in your head. Free up the room in your schedule so you aren't giving away all of your energy to others. What tires us and depletes us greatly is that we're always exchanging energy. I'm exchanging a lot of energy with you right now doing this reading. So before you physically do the act of freeing up your room and decluttering your mind and clearing your space, you can think it through and visualize it. I practice that a lot. I find it to be very helpful before I do a project, before I change a room, before I house clean. I visualize what has to be done. I see myself doing it and saying, okay, well, I'm going to move the chair there, and visualize how I like the chair there. And then I'm like, what if I put the chair here? So you kind of make a map or a floor plan of the things that you want to work on or the things that you need to release in your mind, using the various variations that come up to you until you get the one that, that's the one I'll try. And if you try it, once you physically do it and you're not pleased with it or it's a little off, guess what? You've already brainstormed so many other options. You then know, okay, let me try it this way because I know it'll look this way. So visualizing all of this declutter, clearing your mind, getting your schedule together beforehand is so helpful. Declutter your life today to make space for your intuition. less can often be more. And we're always fooled in this world to think more is more. Simplify and streamline. I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm always trying to streamline my decks because I have so many. I know I don't need as many decks as I need. Just like some of you have too many sneakers or too much jewelry or too much books. You know, you're not hoarding, especially if you're using them. That's not hoarding. Hoarding is just like collecting things and buying things excessively and they just sit there. But when you have a lot of things, so you're building a collection, even that can get out of hand. How much is, enough for your collection? And when you think about the tarot cards or your oracle cards or your spiritual or your divination tools or whatever it is that you collect, whether it's cards or books, playing cards, game cards, movies, tapes, music, records, whatever it is that you collect and that you admire, there does come a point where, some of those might not be as exciting to you anymore, or you find you don't even use some of them. So try to give or gauge yourself some time to say, hey, I have all these clothes. When was the last time I wore this top? If I don't wear this top within the next 6 months, then I really don't have an interest for this top. But we find ways, right, to hold on to things. Oh, but this day is going to come. I'm going to wear an outfit and that color, and I'm going to need that shirt for that color. Why not give it away and someone can be wearing that shirt right now multiple times? Rather than the things that we have and collect stay in boxes, stay in crates, stay in closets, untouched and unused. That will motivate you to declutter. That will motivate you to consolidate. And the less you have, the more you have, because you gather a lot of space. You free up your time because you're not spending your weekends cleaning. You're not stuck in the house on sunny days when you want to go out to play or have fun with your family and friends or your girlfriends or boyfriends, whatever the case may be. So you do gain more by having less. And a good way to look at it too, if you want to treat yourself to something new, say, okay, I'm going to get rid of one thing in order to treat myself to this something new. Because if you don't purge, right, and release, all you're doing is adding. And then it could get to be a hoarding situation. So definitely within our minds, spiritually and emotionally, clearing our minds of past thoughts, negative thoughts, people's energies, the gossip and things that we hear. Get that out of your system. Let it go. Bring it in with fresh voices, great verses, whether you read Psalms or Proverbs, you great books, beautiful readings, great moments to remember. You declutter all the negative stuff that's sitting in your head, taking up space, not leaving you room to grow. With the card of Unleash Your Imagination, which is our final card, 34, the energy of 7. Sagittarius, you may be limiting your intuition by limiting your imagination. Expand your ideas of what's possible now in your life and in the world while staying grounded, surrendered, and as well as flexible. Unleash today your imagination in general by indulging in some fun or creative hobby. Did I not just say that intuitively? Did I not just say that intuitively? Daydreams lead to real life manifestations. Now, didn't I also say visualizing things happening, thinking things through, seeing them and placing them in your thoughts will also bring it together on how it will happen in real time in life? This is how energy works. This is how life flows. I pray that you'll take a look at this video, not once, maybe twice, even 3 times, and focus in on these key cards as well as the other messages that we were guided to. A great reading to do before you do your meditation and you take your time for self-care and self-love during the week, or after. But it's my goal to at least do this reading twice a month, and I would love your thumbs up and your support to encourage me to keep doing them, because you feel that you need them and they help you to remind you how much it's important to take time for your self-love, your self-care, how much it means for your spiritual being and your foundation, your growth and your development, and more importantly, your abundance and manifestation. So in closing, may you take the self-care and the time to take self-care and practice self-care during all the days of your life. Don't feel guilty to provide yourself the time and take the much needed time, whether it's a vacation, a short getaway, a sick day, a vacation day. Maybe not take your kids to sports on the weekend, or maybe take your kids to the babysitter or to the grandparents, just to have time to declutter your home and to work on yourself. Be creative in making moments happen for yourself, but make them happen. Blessings on to you, and may you shine in God's light. Namaste.